good, right? I've been procrastinating decorating these walls for the last 2 years, ever since I moved, and it's mainly because of my crippling indecision. But we are finally making some progress today, hopefully. We'll start with the bedroom first. With all the changes we have done here, I think we have done a pretty good job so far, but it still feels very incomplete, mainly because of this wall. When I first moved in, bedroom looked so bare for months. We finally installed wallpaper, changed up the bed, got a vanity table, carpet, changed up the curtains as well for the closet. And then also we got a nightstand, dresser, floor lamp. Since one side is all filled up and the other side is completely empty. So even with all of this progress, it's just very imbalanced right now. So I got this pre-cut molding for the bedroom. It might be a bit too white. You know what? We shall see. We shall see. So these moldings do not come with any stickies. So I got this double-sided tape. Also, I got this, I'm not really sure the exact word for it, but it's a laser to make sure that I am hanging up things straight. It's like this, and it comes with a tripod. Also, I got this painter tape. There it is. I was looking for this manual. Oh, this is my first time using this tool. This is really cool. Now I don't need to guess if it's straight or not. This mirror is so heavy. It's pretty, but very heavy. I don't know where I'm gonna place it for now. Compared to the molding on the top here, color is a little bit different, but I think we can get away with it, I think. I'm not really sure. I am kind of lost with this one. I don't think so I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. I think I might just be able to do the top part, not the bottom part. If I do this design, it might be very close to each other. It's mainly because of the molding on the top. I guess I didn't factor that in. This is harder than I thought it would be. Just got done with one rectangle. That's it. So this is the progress so far. I do think now this layout would work. Earlier, I was very skeptical because of the molding on the top. I've been using so many different things to level out the laser. Depending on the height of the tape, I've been using either the step ladder, tripod, books, boxes, bin with books so that it can align with the tape height. Now I have this laser on my step ladder on top of a book so it can align on the bottom. Okay, now 2 more left and we are done. We are finally done. This took way longer than I expected. I was just placing the painter tape to see how the layout would look like, and just with that, it took hours. I can't even imagine when I start the molding how long it's gonna take. Also, the second and third one is again uneven, but I'm just gonna let it be for now. When I place the molding, I'll figure it out. My main focus right now was to figure out the layout and to see how it would look like. I'm so glad that both the top as well as the bottom part fits and it does not feel crowded or congested either. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do on this wall. I think this is gonna be in the subsequent vlogs. The main focus right now is this one and also the wall in my living room where the couch is. Before we start the molding, we'll unpack all the artwork that I got for the living room gallery wall. Another thing that I have been putting off forever is artwork. I finally got artwork for this wall. One thing I've been very intentional while decorating this apartment is that I really want it to be an extension of me. I want to bring more color, personality, and at the same time feel calm and joyful. I want my external environment to reflect how I want to feel internally. I picked these beautiful prints as well as frames from Tisha, who is also sponsoring this segment of the video. I love that they offer high quality, affordable wall art that really helped me to bring the feeling I wanted in my home. I've never created a gallery wall before, so it felt very intimidating. Tisha has their own gallery wall tool that helps to visualize how different combination could work, different prints, different colors. Tisha has something for everyone and for every style. This is one of my favorite prints. I love how carefree they are and I love to dance. It kind of reminds me of me because I used to have a bob haircut. I just love how she's just laying there so calm, and that's the energy I'm trying to bring more in my life. Tisha is a Swedish brand that offers a wide variety of wall art that is always in line with the latest interior design trends. Another print I got is this massive one. It says good news on it, and that's what I'm manifesting every day. I feel like this one ties all the prints together. I love how she's all dressed up and is enjoying her own company. For frames, I chose different sizes based on the print, and I love how the frame makes everything look complete. The prints are made on high quality, sustainably produced paper and are FSC certified. They also ship worldwide, including US, within 2 to 4 business days. They also have their own in-house design team in Stockholm, Sweden that creates unique and trending design, which you can only find with Tisha. If you're looking for artwork for your home, then click the link in the description box below and use my code Tisha to get up to 50% off everything on Tisha. The code is only valid up until midnight, July 31st. Again, thank you to Tisha for sponsoring this segment of the video. And with this, let's continue with the apartment decoration. I think I'm gonna start with this corner and then work my way through it, as in just the bottom part first, and then we'll tackle the top part, I think. So just based on the texture, I don't know, I feel like when I remove this, paint may come off. Yep, I already see paint coming off. I'm so glad I listened to my intuition. And now I'm gonna use these very tiny and thin nails. Okay, the nails are also not working now. So this nail kit comes with nails that are of different sizes. I tried both the smallest as well as the biggest one. And for the smallest one, it did go through the molding. However, it wasn't enough to latch onto the wall. While trying out different nails, I ended up messing a few of the moldings as well. So there are holes here and here. But this is better than my walls getting chipped out. I'm finally watching some tutorials right now, and it looks like command strip could be an option. So now I've ordered command strip through DoorDash. It should be here in like 30 minutes or so. Command strips have arrived. I want to wrap this up tonight itself. Well, at a decent time since it's already Sunday. And tomorrow is another start of a very long work week. finally worked. I have done few DIYs in the past, and I think this is the hardest one. Maybe because I don't have the right tool. I just realized I ordered command strips for posters, and I got 5 command strips for posters. No wonder this is not sticking right now. Oh my goodness. When I was looking up online, I just found out there are peel and stick moldings. That would have been so much easier, but it's alright. You live and you learn. For this and this, I let the painter's tape be. I just wanted an additional layer between the wall and the command strip. Okay. At least one is done. Okay, this is my last one for today. And then we'll most likely pick this up sometime later this week. Work's been super hectic lately, so we'll see when we will be able to pick it up after work. If not, it's probably gonna be for the next weekend then. I've placed command strip like this. I'm still not sure if this method is gonna work. I guess we'll find out in a few days or weeks or months. So this is the progress so far. With everything that happened, I'm at least glad that these two are leveled up. And also I need to clean this up before we head to bed. Since it's a whole chaos up here, Chappie is in the living room. I just got back home from work. Today was in-person work day. Super tired, but I really want to get done with the gallery wall here. Also, I'm about to get my period. This is the weirdest place to get a pimple. At the end of the workday, it bursted and was bleeding like crazy, but at least it was end of the day. I'm already feeling it today, but I'm pushing myself to get through it. We are tackling this wall today. I am gonna lay out the layout on the floor. So this is the layout that we have decided. For this print, I've ordered exactly the same frame. I believe it's coming tomorrow, but in the meantime, I'm gonna use this frame as the measurement. Well, not vertically, but horizontally, and then mark and place the nail as well. So before we place anything, I need to make sure that the couch is in the center. As in, I have a wall here that is empty right now. I've kind of decided what to do with this side of the wall, but it's protruding out, so I want the couch to be in the middle of this wall. Hold on. So I'm referring to this wall. I used to have a dresser as well as TV. I ended up selling my dresser on Facebook Marketplace, and the person who bought it, he ended up taking the TV as well. So right now this is completely blank. I really want to get a mantle, but the one I wanted is kind of pricey and I don't want to spend that much of money on it. So I'm still looking online for similar version that I like. Hopefully I'll get lucky, but so far, no luck. So for this wall, I want the couch to be exactly in the middle of this wall. And right now, I don't think so. My couch is in the middle because I never really measured it. I just moved it over. I feel like I might need to move a little bit, but I kind of don't want to move it. I think this is fine, honestly. So on this side, I actually have a lot of space. I have a full-length mirror that I'm planning to let go of, and then I still have boxes from when I moved, which I need to take care of. It's shoes that I need to sell, which I never got around to. Let me see, when I move this plant here, how does it look like? How does that look? Obviously this is gonna get pushed up, this also, but just generally in terms of the placement, I think this looks good, right? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna measure all the frames and then place the painter tape here. So this is my crazy stack. so that the laser can align over here. I just ran out of painter's tape. I was able to get this much done, but I think it still gives me an idea on how the gallery wall will look like. Hopefully it works out. I'm gonna start with this one. So I'm gonna measure from here to here, take the midpoint, and from the midpoint I'll measure till here. So that's 20.5, and then from 10.5 just around here, this is exactly 3. Okay, I am gonna try to wrap this up as early as possible because I can't be banging wall late at night. So for the artwork, I end up getting this type of nails. I don't know the exact word for it, but this is what was recommended online. So you just insert the nail like this. Before we start placing the nail, I'm going to use the stud finder. This one is to mainly check if there are any electric wires. And to think of it, I should have done this before placing the painter's tape and deciding to make this side as a gallery wall. I did not even think about this. I'm just figuring this out as we go along. Okay, I think we're good. I think that kind of worked, right? This nail is from the previous tenant. It's very sturdy as well. I think I prefer this one over this one. I'm gonna order more painter tape as well as different kind of nails, and by the time, I think frame for this will arrive as well. You know, instead of trying to figure out on Google or Amazon, I should have just gone to the hardware store. I ended up getting painter's tape, and then also he recommended to use this kind of nail because the frame has, I don't know how to explain the frame hook section, is kind of like zigzag. These frames are not that heavy, but for the big frame I do want to use something that is sturdy, and he recommended to use this kind of nails for the molding, so that got sorted out as well. I should have just done this a few days ago instead of just trying to figure it out on my own when I have no freaking clue what I'm doing, you know? Lesson learned. Also, my 4th frame arrived as well today, so maybe everything works out today, you know? Maybe today is my lucky day that finally one of the projects is successful. I'm doing this after work today. I'm just gonna wrap this up, and then molding, I'll pick it up tomorrow after work. Tomorrow's Friday. After this, I have to catch up with my corporate work as well. I have a few more things to wrap up that I'm behind on, but I just needed a break, and I'm considering this as my break. Let's wrap this up, people. The outline for the gallery wall is finally done. It looks promising. Okay, my painter's tape measurement is a bit off. It is off. In a way, I'm glad it didn't work out yesterday, but I think I definitely needed this frame to figure out the placement. Having all the frames, I think, will help spacing it out equally and not be lopsided, you know? So now I'm going to work on this top part, and that way the middle section, which is the anchor, that's done. And then I can make sure that this frame as well as this frame, it's somewhat of a similar distance, you know? I'm talking as if I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm kind of nervous about this one since it's so massive. But we're getting there. We're making good progress. Why am I doing this? Oh my goodness. Bro, I was supposed to take measurement. I guess I've been putting on so much of painter's tape. That's what my brain was thinking that I need to do next. Hopefully this is aligned. It worked! It is freaking aligned. That also in one shot. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, now I can put the nail entirely in. Chape is not enjoying this round of DIY projects. So this frame and this frame was supposed to be on the same level, but this one is a little bit lower because I end up using a different nail again for this one, since it is smaller compared to these and also lighter as well. And that way when I move out, I don't need to cover up too much. Even though these two frames are not on the same line, I actually don't mind it. So this is the final product. I really want to see how the gallery wall looks like during daytime. I think this turned out really well. We are again picking up this wall molding project. I ended up removing whatever we had placed earlier. I'm having energy drink, which I never do. I'll have like soda, but energy drink, never. I am this tired from the work week. Work week was super long and draining. And we're picking this up on Saturday right now. So when I looked up online, the method of having blue tape, then command strip, and then the molding. So in some places online, that method was recommended. In some places it wasn't. So I was super confused and I didn't want to take a chance. This blue tape and then this command strip infuses together and it's just makes the grip stronger. Or since the painter's tape is supposed to be a temporary thing, right? It may not provide enough hold and the molding may fall, and when it falls it may still strip the paint. So we're starting from scratch. I'm just hoping for better luck today, so let's see. I was actually supposed to start this after work yesterday on Friday, but right before I was about to start, I broke this molding. I accidentally sat on it and it broke. So that happened, and battery for this laser ran out as well, and this is necessary. So I took all of these as a sign not to start last night, and I told myself I'm gonna start fresh tomorrow. I think I finally figured out a way to make this work. I don't know, after third or fourth attempt. Everything's aligned. I believe so. So we already placed the molding on this side and it worked. What I'm doing is I'm outlining the entire thing with molding. So before outlining it, I did remove painter's tape. And now when I outlined it to hold it up, I'm again using painter's tape. I switched to these nails. So compared to the one that I was using the first time around, this is thinner and also lengthwise, it's enough for it to make a hole through this molding and latch on to the wall. Another thing I learned from this molding, I was doing one piece at a time, and by the time I got to the last piece, it didn't fit for some reason. Even though I'm using the laser to align, not really sure why. I had to remove everything again and I had to follow this method, as in I outlined the entire thing with molding, put it up with painter's tape, and then place the nails. And then it aligned. Another thing I had to keep in mind was when I'm hammering it, I'm not hammering it all the way in because eventually I will have to remove it. So I've left decent amount of space between the nail and the molding. In that way I can remove this easily later. The only thing is, since the nail is silver color and then the molding is white, when you come very close to the molding, it's prominent. I might use something to cover this up. I don't think I need to buy a paint, but there should be something. I'll go to the hardware store to see how I can blend this better. Also, another good thing, I don't have to use that many nails. Also, when I had to remove the molding on the left side earlier to fix it, holes are tiny. It's tiny. So I feel very optimistic about this method. Finally got these two done. So far it looks aligned, and now 4 more to go. Let me make sure the distance between this side and this side is equal. Okay, it's around 7.5. Oh, this is also around 7.5. We are aligned. I'm really shook right now because after so much of back and forth, I really thought it's not gonna work today either.
Let's hope the expedition. Telling you, man, come on up to Spotify, man, and remember to Spotify subscribers.
Oh my god.
Commercials on my.
This is my least favorite DIY. Entirely done with the one on the left, and now 2 more left. I think after putting up this one, the top part of the left side, I feel like I'm finally getting a hang of it now. We're gonna use this piece that I broke when I accidentally sat on it. Actually, I'm gonna use this for the top because where I broke it, it's kind of visible. And whatever I use for the nails, I think I'll use that to cover this up as well. Right now, I'm connecting these broken pieces by painter's tape until I place the nail. I'm glad I placed this piece on the top because this breakage is pretty prominent. We are finally done. Definitely, there's a lot of boo-boo. I can already see the lines are not that straight. But I think overall, if I don't pay too much attention to it, it came out great. If I focus on it, then I can see how the lines are a little bit crooked. But I think this will do for now. Nails, you can't really see it from far, but up close you can see it. So that, I'll cover that up later. It's not bugging me too much right now. Left and middle, it's fine. But the right side is definitely crooked. More I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it is crooked. Do I really need to fix it? It's not super crooked either, you know? Maybe when I put wallpaper inside, it will become prominent. If it doesn't become prominent, I'm just gonna let it be. But I think it came out great at the end of it though. It was a pain. I was really hoping to put up wallpaper as well in this vlog, but it's not gonna happen. This took way longer than I expected. Just trying to figure out what works the best took forever. So I have one more empty corner here. This one is slanted. Should I put molding here as well? I think only one molding will fit. If not, maybe artwork. I don't know what to do with this wall yet. My friend Anushka, she's the one who came up with this design of placing wall molding and then wallpaper on the inside. She's starting inter-designing on the side, and I'll definitely be asking her help to figure out what to do with the rest of the apartment because I definitely need help. Also, if you have any recommendations, not just for this, even for other parts of the apartment, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I know this decoration video did not go as expected, but we made a lot of progress. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and support the channel. Whenever you interact with the video, either it's liking, commenting, sharing, watching, or hyping, it signals YouTube algorithm to push out the video to a larger audience. If you have an Instagram, my Instagram is Tisha Shrestha, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.